I'm Pashka.
I'm Nay.
I'm SHANICE.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn the post notification bell on so you know when we've uploaded.
Hope you guys enjoyed sipping and chit-chatting with us. We will be here every Monday of every week.
Join us every week after you've put the kids to sleep and it's our time to relax and enjoy.
A bottle, grab a seat, and let's sit. You guys need to get involved with us by commenting in the comment section below. We've got an Instagram, a Twitter, all goes by Mummy's Wind Down. We love you guys. Bye.
Cheers to motherhood.
Cheers to motherhood.
Cheers to motherhood. Hi guys, welcome back to Mummy's Wind Down. I hope everyone's week's been great. I'm just gonna start off speaking about my week. It's been kind of normal. It's been kind of chilled. 4-month regression is finally. It's Amakai. I've put him to bed. Well, today I'm saying it because I put Amakai to bed today and he's not woke up one time. So I'm happy with that. And yeah, pretty much it's just simple. I've just had a simple week. What about you, Nate?
I think I've had I feel like I never have anything interesting to say about my week, but I think it's just been normal, just chilling, vibes, and me and my kids.
Just relaxing
all the time. Don't we wish we were like you?
At least next week we're going to Cash's birthday. I'll have something interesting to say.
Yeah.
But now we're just chilling, man. I feel like my kids are kind of stuck, like tired of being stuck in the house. But it's just too cold.
That's why I'm so excited for you guys to come. Like it was so fun when I took Cash to Alton Towers. So I'm just see Walter like having the best fun. Like that's the best fun they can have. It was so good watching Kasha do that. So.
Chin, how's your week been?
Well, as you can tell, I'm back in the land of the grey, of the rainy, of the cold. I'm back in the UK. It's been a little bit like adjusting back to the time zone. And BTW guys, my child is still awake and he's doing the most as usual.
Back.
But yeah, so we're back. We're still trying to readjust to the time zone and everything. And it's not been easy because Donis has been going to bed at like 11:30 and he wakes up about 9:30.
What was the time difference?
So it was like 4 hours different. So that's still like a massive change to it. Right, guys. Yeah, so I'm sorry in advance. I've still got my child with me. He's still awake, but it's the whole point of doing stuff like this. It's the reality of being a mom, being a parent. It never stops. But yes, my week so far has been a little bit hectic because we are readjusting to the time zone back in the UK, and it's not been easy. But it's a work in progression. But apart from that, we're good. I mean, today Donis went to his best friend's from nursery birthday party, which I thought was cute. You know, when you're a mum, you always look forward to things like this.
Yeah.
Until you get there, you fucking regret it. I regretted it. I was there thinking, oh my God, please get me out. I was looking at my watch constantly thinking, please, when is this going to end? Do you know what I mean? Be careful what you wish for, honestly.
Is his, like, I don't know if this is a stupid question, but is everyone do they have money?
No,
I don't like you.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to not say like you, but
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Was it just like a normal house? It's not like a big house like
I didn't go to that house afterwards. What we did was we went to the soft play area and stuff like that. Afterwards, we just came straight home. We could have went to a house, but I didn't bother because I was too tired.
Please, does his nursery know that you and your partner are got money?
Pulls up in a range. I think they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, do they?
Well, because every time that we're like, oh, we're going on holiday, oh my God, take me. And whatever we do, we always post on Tapestry. So we always post the pictures and the videos on Tapestry. So which is where you post all the kids stuff or whatever. So
did they see him skiing and that? Because that's a real rich
Do
thing.
they?
I don't think so.
Girl, poor people don't ski.
Well, I'm sure if we had the chance to. I've always looked at it and thought, oh, that's something I wanted to do.
Yeah, and now you're doing it because you're up.
Yeah, well, you know. But I don't know if everybody, because the place where, to be honest, where his best friend lived is quite far out. I only just clocked onto that today, and the nursery's like, from me, it's about 10 minutes. 5 minutes, I would say 5 minutes, sorry. But for them, I think it's about 25 minutes. And I'm just thinking, isn't there like better nurseries around? But it is a Montessori nursery.
What's that?
And
Damn.
it's just the type of way the teaching kind of thing. If you go and even Google, you'd find like Montessori teachings and Montessori toys. I chose that one because of the way they teach kids.
What is Montessori? Because I don't have a clue.
So I don't know if I'm gonna get this right, but Montessori, when I looked into it, it was basically, it's more visual, more sensory kind of teaching kind of thing. And the nursery that I sent him to, it's more it's not like constant like one-to-one, but it's not like, you know, some nursery where it's like a big group of them.
So it's Tasha's nursery. It's three kids to one like teacher, if you want to call them that.
Yeah.
Is that the same?
That's not technically Montessori. Montessori is to do with the way of teaching. So they do more like sensory things. You, like I said, you can go online, you can find Montessori toys. So it's more to do with the way of teaching the kids.
I want to know the difference. I want my son to go to the best nursery that there is. So if Montessori is the best, that's what
I don't even know if Montessori was the best, but for me, I just felt like for me that fit in with Adonis, especially because he didn't go. He was, you know, having a lockdown baby. You know, I needed to develop on his social skills and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I thought, you know, Montessori one would have fit in perfectly with him. And he likes visual things. He likes seeing things, sounds, lights, noise. So that's the kind of things that they do. But we'll get into that some other time, guys. Different nurseries and schools of what we think we're going to send our kids to, what we'd like to send our kids to. We'll get into that some other time. But moving on, our first topic. Let me get my drink because I'm drinking gin and tonic tonight. I don't know about you. So what y'all drinking? Baileys, Pashka, what you drinking?
Rosie, always Rosie.
Cheers, guys. Anyways, let's get into it. Our first topic, it's not hot topic, but our first discussion that we're going to get into is social media and influencer moms. And let me just break it down to the reason why we feel like this is a good discussion to have. It's basically one of the reasons why, I don't know if you disagree, is one of the reasons why we decided to start this. Showing people the reality of motherhood. I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I was pregnant, I was watching constantly on social media, looking at some of these social media moms. They were doing the most where they don't buy certain food for their kids, where they make everything natural and this is that. And then once I became a mom, for me, especially now he's at the age where he's refusing most things, it is fuck all like that. It's nothing like that these people on social media portray everything to be like. It's not like that at all. Do you know?
I tried that shit. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to make all his food fresh. But the Tommy Tippy food processor thing, I thought, yeah, I'm going to do all that. No, because you know what? It's just not even a reality, really.
It's not.
It can be. I'm not going to say that. I'm sure there's like parents out there
that succeeded at it.
Yeah, but it's not like
reality. It's not.
Guys, I really said to myself beforehand that I didn't want to give Kasha like any processed foods, everything fresh, all that type of stuff. I know obviously the apples have got a little bit of, they're not natural apples, but honestly, in the beginning, from when he was born, I was feeding him like fruits and vegetables only. When he started getting a bit older and started to taste a bit more, I started like obviously adding chicken and rice and things like that. My son does not eat red meat whatsoever.
Still,
He still doesn't.
He still doesn't eat red meat because I'm not gonna go into it, and I can go into it, but
we'll save that for the weeding segment.
yeah, there's just a lot of things in red meat, and do you know what it is? I don't know if it was a trend or anything like that, but I kind of just looked at that trend or whatever it was, and I read into it. And at the beginning, when you're first pregnant, you know that you want the best for your baby.
Yeah.
So I just thought, like, discard red meat. I don't want red meat in my son's diet. And I kept that all up, and no chocolate, guys, no sweets. I didn't do anything like that.
Girl.
Well, if I did get biscuits, it had like no sugar in. But up until I had Amakai, you don't have the time anymore. You literally don't have time. So Kasha gets a biscuit here and there just to keep him going, just to keep him content while I'm sorting Amakai out or anything like that. But honestly, sometimes
you just have to do what makes your kids happy in that time, I think.
Social media people, there might be obviously the things that they're saying, like they don't show, obviously they don't show the kids tantrums and things like that, but sometimes
I would like to see that though. I would like to see, because I feel like a lot of these reality stars, they portray themselves, you know how on reality shows they portray themselves as perfect and everything's good, but we know behind closed door most of them aren't. I feel like they do the same thing with the kids or the babies. You know, when they you find out they're pregnant, they're having kids, you get so excited because you think, yeah, I'm excited to see this because, you know, you've got kids or you're pregnant or whatever. But then it turns out to be the complete opposite. Like, I got so annoyed because some of the videos I was watching, I was just thinking, girl, I know for a fact your child is going through sleep regression. There's no way your child ain't going through sleep. Do you know what I mean? And I know for a fact your child is not up here eating sushi, because not all kids eat sushi. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to mum shit. Yeah, like, honestly. Listen, some of the things I see on social media, it makes me kind of feel like, okay, I'm maybe being a bad parent, or I'm not being good enough, or whatever. Like, these things makes you reconsider everything that you're doing, and it's not fair. I think social media parents or influencer parents need to show the reality of being a mother or a parent. They need to show us what it truly like, because we're gonna go into situations thinking, oh yeah, it's la la land up in here, when it's really not.
Yeah, but Shanice, you know, some people, you see how Instagram is God. Everyone thinks that I want to tell you to the right, you're not gonna see you now. You're gonna see a completely different place. So I can act however I want. But you see, when it comes to parents, they can show what they want to show. Basic, they can, yeah, they can show what show in a sense. It depends what type of people that you're following, because if I was to post, I'd post nice pictures of Kasha and Amakai. I wouldn't show the mess in my house or them not eating food, things like that. So
I get that. But I feel like if you're an influencer, influence in the right way. Do you know what I mean? Don't make it seem like it's fucking easy, especially if you know, like, parents, like us parents, we know it's not easy, and you're making us watch things like that thinking, oh my god, we are such bad parents, or we're not doing a good job. Just be honest with it. Like, enjoy motherhood for once. Not everything is an ad or advert or whatever. I want to see what you're really going through. You know, I'm not saying if you're not going through it, but I want to see it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be sitting on my phone watching a video and I'm thinking, oh my god, why can't my child be like this?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And that's how I feel.
Right, yeah, because people, there's no need to like fake a whole facade, but people, it depends on who you follow. It generally depends on who you follow.
Yeah.
Depends if they're real or whether they're fake.
Well, that's why now I only follow mums, actual mums.
You see, I don't. My social media is for me. There's no like parenting.
Oh, really?
No, like I don't, even all the mums that, like, I have no social media mums on that I follow. Yeah, no.
Really?
Yeah, not even reality stars that have become mums.
No.
Really? Oh my
listened
God.
to Grace. I used to like when she was more active on Snapchat,
Yeah.
but I didn't have her because she was a parent. But I got to see like her parenting. But that's just not my. Even on
So what?
TikTok, even though on my TikTok I only post about like Walter, my TikTok algorithm is nothing to do with parenting.
Really?
So,
Oh my.
yeah, no.
I get that though, because it's like something for you. You don't want to
Yeah,
be being a
so
parent and you go in the social media scene being a parent. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't really need to see mums doing mum stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you lot watch us doing mum stuff.
Yeah.
Or talk about mum stuff.
See, when me and you were speaking about like, because Shanice is a clean. Well, not. Are you a clean freak? Would you class yourself as a clean freak?
I think I'm a tiny bit OCD.
Yeah. So she gets up in
That
the she cleans up in the night. She gets them in the morning. She cleans again. I was asking her how she does it and how she has that much effort to do it.
I do
'Cause
that.
when I really like
Yeah.
no, it's like Shanice is puffing
Good.
pillow the day and
My mum says you have to clean at night because my mum says you don't know how you'll wake up in the
no,
morning.
I clean. No,
Selfish issues.
I
I
clean
can
at
literally
night.
wake
I have
up
to.
and not be able to walk.
Yeah, okay, true. But for me, I do clean at night, but in the mornings I do clean, but it's not like it's my
It's this for me.
You know
when
what?
I watch, do you see, like, if I'm feeling so motivated to clean in the morning, I'll generally, Nigga said you don't watch people like that, like mothers on YouTube. I watch parents on YouTube clean their house. I watch TikTok. I'm like, yeah, let's clean my house, let's get it done. And it gives me motivation to be able to do it. Otherwise, I generally would feel so shit about just going around my house and cleaning.
You see, now that you've touched that, I think we should jump into another discussion to do with mum shaming. I feel like you said sometimes you can't bother it or you've not got the time. I feel like some mums would be like, oh, why don't you have the time? You always got the time, or why can't you bother it? You should be bothered. I feel like that's the thing we should talk about, because at the end of the day, we're all different. We're not the same kind of parent. We're not the same kind of mom. We all do these things differently. And that's
Yeah.
another reason why we started this podcast, because we're all individuals. We're all different kind of moms. So, Pashka, I would like you to elaborate on the fact that you said, the cleaning situation.
So yeah, obviously, guys, if you're a parent, you have to clean. You have to wash. Well, for me personally, obviously, I have to wash bottles because I don't breastfeed. You have to clean your house if you've got kids, and
So what if you can't?
Anyway.
What if you've not got the time? Would you look down on somebody else that don't have the time or the energy to do it?
No.
yes, yes, so you've got to clean your house anyways. You definitely do, but nowhere near as much as clean your house when you've got a kid. So you'll clean your house, you'll put all the toys away, you'll make it all look pretty, and then the kid will go to the toy box and put everything out. And that is literally what Kasha does. I feel like Kasha knows when I'm trying to clean because he literally
They ain't stupid. Them kids, them toddlers, they aren't stupid at all.
That's why I do my cleaning at night so I can clean in peace.
Yeah. The only reason I don't do my full clean at night is because Amakai is the lightest sleeper ever. I know I'm like talking now, but he's such a light sleeper. If I was to clean, he would wake up and I can't be dealing with that. I don't want to deal with it in the night time.
Do you think there's mums out there that would be like, oh my god, like why don't you do this? Because me personally, I feel like, when especially when I was pregnant, I felt like even when I was at the doctor's, like the clinic, went to my checkups, and there's older women there with kids or a baby, I felt like they were just staring at me, and I felt like I didn't feel comfortable. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of mums that look down on mums for
Yeah,
some reason.
them moms.
Like a lot. You be surprised. You be doing something like you think, oh my god, this is what kids do. Why are you looking at me so strange?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
please. Oh my god, I couldn't agree with you more.
Like, you know how you're saying Amakai or Cash, they'll make a mess or whatever. Like, for me, that is normal. That happens. Do you know what I mean? It's not to do with whether you clean up straight away, but it happens. So yeah, so we're gonna get into mum shaming now. For me, like right now, I feel like a lot of parents, like, You think, oh my God, why is she still breastfeeding at 2? That for me, I know a lot of people see, and I know a lot of people got a lot to say for it. And best believe I don't want to be breastfeeding, but it's for the comfort of my own child. I can't. I feel bad when he's crying and he wants it. Like, you know how some people give their kids dummy or something to comfort them? You don't want to take that away from them.
Yeah.
And as much as I want to stop doing it.
Shanice, let me ask you a question. So why do you feel like breastfeeding at 2 is like...
Honestly, I think the reason why I feel like it's such a thing, like a bad thing, is because I feel like other people think it is.
Okay.
Honestly.
Not our
Honestly.
problem.
If you
Like,
I just
it's
don't
so, I don't even want to
understand
cry now, and I don't know if because I'm drinking, but it's so emotional because I don't want to do it, but it's what he wants, and I can't help it. I don't know what to do.
Oh, stop it. Don't even. I don't understand. Like, that is the most natural thing that your son can have. So I don't understand the shame about it.
Yeah.
As far as your breast is still producing milk, I don't get what the shame is. Like, I just don't understand. We're out here drinking cow's milk, bro.
I
What?
know.
When did the cow tell us that we drink their milk?
literally,
No adult, no adults should be drinking milk at all whatsoever. Our bodies have mutated to let us be able to drink milk. So how can we shame a baby for drinking milk? Like, I don't understand.
I know. Like, the thing is, I still produce a lot. Like, even, let's be honest, my mum, even fucking mum shames me. But like, why are you still breastfeeding? You shouldn't be breastfeeding.
Really?
And it's like, what, that saggy boob, or there's no, your milk's all dried up. I'm like, my milk's not dried up. Like, my milk is still fully going. And she says to me, oh, why does Donnie's look so big? And I'm thinking, yeah, that's because of the freaking boob.
Maybe, Shanice, maybe that's why you feel like that, because my mom, like, she was literally drilling into me, breastfeed. She breastfeed. I can't remember how long it was, but I was quite old. She breastfed all her kids. So nothing that my mom didn't want me to do when it came to breastfeeding. She wanted me to try the boobs. She wanted me to try literally everything to make sure I breastfeed, which I understand because breastfed babies is the best way. Obviously,
and your milk is not gonna dry up because Ice-T's wife, her daughter's like 4 or 5, and she's still breastfeeding.
Exactly.
She doesn't breastfeed, like, that's not what the child is solely on. She eats food, but
yeah, that's what people say to me. Oh, does he eat? I'm like, yeah, he eats.
Why?
Do people ask you that, Shanice? If he
Yeah, even the doctors, actually, when I take Donis to the doctors, like if he's got a cold or something and I feel like, oh, I need to go see the doctor, and I'll go there, and she'll be like, I'll be like, okay, I still breastfeed. I'm like, oh, does he not eat solid? I said, yes, he eats solid. He has breakfast. Those nights she eats food, but he still breastfeeds. That doesn't mean I don't fucking give him food.
That's why you feel the way you feel, because other people. Because honestly, me and Nate are normal people. We are normal. Yeah, we're normal.
You think normal, don't you? Think
you breastfeed your child. It's what he needs. It's what he likes. It's what he wants. When you are ready, when you're both ready for you to wean him off it, you'll do it. My son takes a dummy. He still takes a dummy. He still likes his milk at bedtime. I'm still gonna.
That's what I was about
Can
to
you
say.
imagine taking that?
Knowing that I give my child cow's milk every night and judge you for giving your child the actual milk that they're supposed to have. Like, that does not make sense
at all. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I don't know why people have anything to say towards it. I don't understand why people have anything negative to say towards it, because
it's because I think for them it's like, he's 2. Oh my God, he shouldn't be drinking milk at 2. I think it's the age. I don't know what it is.
Honestly, don't listen to him, because honestly, it's kind of getting me irate.
Listen, I wish I was the one breastfeeding.
I'd have so much to say.
We'll get into that some other time.
Ever feel
what sort of mum
shaming milk right now? It's milking it. I'm sure it does.
What shaming have you guys experienced?
Single mum shaming. Bringing my child into the world, knowing that his dad wasn't going to be around. Apparently, that's my fault. According to
it's never. Listen, I'm sick and tired of people blaming the women. No, it's not your fault. How about the man take some accountability?
What?
Go on. Go on. Go on.
Listen,
'Cause
I feel
that's
like
getting
every time it's women should wait till they're married. How can you bring a child into the world knowing that he's not gonna have a father? And I'm like, bruh, like, is that my problem?
I'm
oh, is that his?
I'm actually
I
getting.
got pregnant and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take on this responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
I should be shamed for it because I'm the adult that wants to
You've
look after the
matured
child.
up to doing it.
I just don't understand. But no, apparently because men don't seem to do nothing wrong.
In it, I find that strange though. I find in the eyes of society, especially when it comes to parenting, the men never do anything wrong.
No,
Nothing. And I mean,
no,
you've carried Walter for how many months?
no. Apparently, I must have got pregnant like by myself.
By your own.
Clearly,
No,
like I think people forget how difficult pregnancy is as it is. Pregnancy is not a one man's job. Do you know what I mean? And for you done it on your own. So
and
fucking
you know
kudos
what?
to you.
My whole pregnancy, there wasn't for a second. Well, maybe for a second, but I never ever really thought, oh, he might come around. I always just thought, you know what? Whether
You're
you
on
do,
your
whether
own.
I've got this.
Do you
But
know
I
what?
don't understand how I
No.
get. What was you saying?
I'm saying literally all props goes to parents who know 100 that they're gonna be on their own, because when you have when you know about a baby, you know how hard babies are regardless.
Yeah.
No one men, I've heard this a few times, but men can literally get like however many one day. Women can only
Yeah.
get once in 9 months. So the person that is the problem is the men. If someone needs to take a bloody birth control pill, it should go to the men if they don't want to be having kids.
I think so.
When they're having
Definitely.
kids, when they're having kids and they don't want their child, don't do it. Don't do it, because Nia was clearly prepared to have a child.
To accept that responsibility.
And that really, really irritates us, because why does the responsibility fall on the mothers of people of the children? It doesn't make any sense, because
But so you're the one that gets mum shamed for it, even though you
that's
take on all that responsibility.
Like me, I don't have a problem. Like I don't bother that man. Like I don't bother him. I don't ask him for money. I've not tried to put him
Does it not
on.
frustrate you?
I've not tried. Like I don't bother him. Like
just
you
try and get money. 100%. Sorry.
Huh?
I'm saying you should try and get money from it, and for everything.
I know you tell me that all the time, but like in my opinion, I made this decision. So I'm gonna stick it out. But still, how am I still getting shit? I'm not even bothering you.
I think that's narrow-minded people that live in fucking the ice age. Fucking, we're in 2022.
Always,
you know,
about kids. It's always about kids, and it's women who think that they're gonna meet the love of their life, and then they're gonna get married, and then they're gonna have a baby and live happily ever after. Like
you guys know from us doing whatever we used to do, marriage ain't all that. It's not, okay?
It's not. We're grown up. And I just feel like we are a generation that have been brought up mostly around single moms. So why would we as a generation put so much like
pressure,
so much emphasis and pressure on marriage when we know that shit don't work out anyway? Your mom got married and she's still alone. So what now?
That's why it annoys me, because even though my parents have always been a union, I always see my mum wearing the pants. My mum was one got me dressed, got me ready for school, took me to school. My dad was there. Yes, he was there, but my mum wore the pants. And I feel like as women, we don't get enough credit for it. Because don't forget, they had us in them for how many months?
We had them. We had our kids. We had them.
My dad had one job and my mum had 3, and she still did the cooking, the cleaning, taking us to school.
We're in the same boat. We are in the same
We went to the same school. Have you ever seen my dad at any school meetings, any parents' evening?
To leave at work and to come to freaking parent meeting and then go back to work. I used to go to my mum's work with her, like, and be there. And I'm telling you, my mum didn't have no high-end job. My mum was a cleaner. My mum done all sorts to get by.
Never.
In it, like she done, they done all of that to get by. My dad's family don't even like my mum. And let me not get into that. They don't even like my mum because my mum, you see how my mum's working hard? That woman works hard, saving money, and now she's building this house in Jamaica. And they don't like my mum. Because the woman's worked so hard to provide for her kids. You don't like her for that. Like for me, it's sad. It's sad.
Very, very, very sad though. I just don't
That's
like
important. Let's not like shame the dads, but that whole mum shaming thing is a joke. Like it's a joke. Let's start holding men accountable for not looking after their kids. I want to start. If more men log onto Twitter the same way I log onto Twitter every day and see that I'm being shamed for having a child whose father doesn't want to be in his life, I want men to be shamed like that.
Literally, because you come across more people whose dad's not involved than mothers. We're saying this, but we all know, everyone watching, we all know, it's not a secret.
I don't know who was raised by a single dad. I know they're out there, but I don't know.
Even so, it doesn't even have to be like a single mom where the dad's not there. It could be a mom where the dad is there but does not show up. Yeah, so it's not even just the fact that it's single moms where the dad's not there. It's moms where the dad is there but not involved at all. Like they're there, but they're not there. Do you know what I mean? They don't do the everyday work. They don't do everything that I think that they should be doing.
How do you feel about the way that you look after Adonis? Because I feel like with me and their dad, because their dad works night shift, I've got his help throughout the day. Every other day, he comes and helps every other day throughout the day. So I've got his help during the day towards that kind of thing. So I don't feel like I don't feel as bad.
No, but I mean, look at me right now. Doesn't this say everything?
That's true.
That's what.
Does this answer your question?
But that's what I'm gonna say. So, Chin, how do you feel about that situation that you just said? Because with me, their dad comes to help every other day during the day because he works in the night. So I feel that help. I feel that and tomorrow, sorry, I'm by myself. But the next day, I've got him to help.
Guys, I actually knew, like I said before, it's the fact that they're there but they're not there. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's an amazing dad to Adonis. He loves Adonis and he plays with him and he does everything. But because he works and because of his job, I think that holds more over everything. Do you know what I mean? Like it'd be like, oh, I've got work tomorrow, or I'm working, I can't do this. Do you know what I mean? And it's not fair to me because even though I'm doing this now and he's gone to bed because he's got work tomorrow, this for me, it's not just something that I want to do, and it's not just work, but I feel like this is something that we all have to do.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to get emotional. I don't know if I'm getting emotional because I'm drinking, but like you guys can see, he always comes to me. And with kids, I always think kids feed off energy. I always think kids know when they're wanted and know when, somebody wants them. And I think for him, he feels like no matter what, I will always pick him up, always get him. Yeah. And that's why he's always with me.
That's the perfect way to explain it, though, Shanice. That's perfect. And that's how kids should be towards both of their parents. And I just think it's a nice way to explain to people why kids are so clingy. Sometimes when you find it annoying, when you find them like, go away from me. That's why they like us so much, because they're so appreciated and loved by their parents.
Like they're dads, but they know dad is an option, whereas mum's gonna she's always
literally that's the perfect way to say it.
But big up all the single dads out there, because I've
be doing it too.
I seen something, I don't know where, because I watch so much shit, but apparently single dads do better jobs than single mums.
That's a bit of a one.
Listen, that hurt my heart.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't doubt it.
I don't
I
doubt
don't
it.
doubt
either.
it.
But another thing is that there's definitely more single mums. So it's easier to say that single dads do better because single mums, there's
You
so
expect
many of
less,
Yeah,
less of a single
I
dad
agree.
or mother. So the fact that single dads are supposed to be doing better, you anything that they do is golden.
Yeah.
When it comes to people being single parents, everyone knows it's a single mom. You never hear a single dad. I've never
Yeah,
heard
exactly.
anyone like firsthand since I'm a single dad.
Insane.
So anything they do is breadwinner. It's golden.
Yeah, it's like, wow, oh my god, doing all of this. I get where you're coming from.
And because dads aren't naturally so nurturing, I reckon that if they took the role to be a single dad, then they would work harder to be nurturing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I get that.
yeah.
So I think that's also a thing.
Last episode that you've got to be mom and dad, so you've got to give kind of Walter both type of energies, and I think that's just how it is with a single dad as well. They've got to give both type of energies. Single mothers have got to give both type of energies.
Yeah. Tap into that masculine and feminine energy.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but my partner, I don't want to get into it too much because I feel like it's not my story to tell, but he actually raised his only daughter, and that's because when the mum got in a relationship, the daughter was apparently, she was only young, like a baby, like a child, causing problem for the dad.
How old, Chin?
For the new boyfriend.
That.
I think she was either like 10 or something like that. Yeah, and the mum just didn't want her, and Ian, my partner, had to raise her. And now this girl does not do anything for Ian. She doesn't care about him, but she cares more for the mum, and that's because she sees the mum as a victim more than the dad as a victim. Because the way she saw it was like, oh, dad, you gave money for everything or whatever, and da. But in my thought of that is like, any woman that's willing to give up their child for a man,
because how? Please.
It's a no for me.
Yeah,
it's a no for me.
What type of situation was Ian in then when he was raising his daughter?
I mean, he was working, he had a good job, he had money, he was able to send him to private school, he was able to do that, but at the end of the day, he took that responsibility.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? You took that responsibility of raising a girl child. That is still a lot. I'm not saying it's not your responsibility, but to know that you're not wanted by your own mother at the start, it's
madness.
It's crazy that she's turned on him though.
Yeah, because people in that situation, especially when they see the other parent with money and they see the other parent just living a basic life or whatever, they see them as a victim.
Yeah.
So okay, guys, we're gonna jump into hot topics. May, what have you got to say?
Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the Tinder Swindler Netflix.
Oh my god.
The Netflix documentary. Is it a documentary? I don't know what it is. Docuseries.
Docuseries.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it was about a guy. I think he's from
Israel.
Yeah, he's from Israel, and he was just basically going out on Tinder, scamming women, and his whole lifestyle, he was just using one woman to fund the lifestyle so that he could get another woman to fund the lifestyle so he could get another one. And I think, was it $10 million he scammed from?
Oh, I think it was more.
I would think more, man, because we don't know about the ones that aren't talking.
Well, yeah, for the ones we know about, I think it was 10, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But my only thing that I didn't like was everyone blaming the women, because it seems like men just get away with so much on this earth. Like, I just hate it. Like, I know, like, it could never be any of us, but it was them, and we shouldn't blame the victims. Go on, Shanice.
I've got a confession to make. Oh my god. Oh, you know how you say we shouldn't blame. You know what? I hold the guy 100% accountable.
Yeah.
But so, being a woman and being, you know what, we about that life. Being something like that. I think personally, they were intending on looking for something, flashing lights, flashing cars, flashing
Yeah.
whatever. However, my thing to that is, for me, I feel like the reason why she done it was to keep that coming. It's the fear of losing what she's already got.
Yeah,
It's the fear of feeling, okay, I don't want him to not take me on his private plane anymore. I don't want him to not take me on a shopping spree anymore. It's the fear of that. However,
and
I
you blame
still
her,
think she's a victim.
but you can't blame a girl for wanting to a lavish.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not blaming her, but I believe that, in that situation, first of all, best believe I'm be like, what happened to your billionaire daddy? You think I'm gonna be sending you that much money?
Please call your father. Call me. Take out a loan when daddy's got it in his account.
Exactly. And that's why I think it's the fear of losing what she could potentially
You know
get.
what it is? No,
Yeah.
we are. I feel like we're probably more clued up than they're from Sweden. They're like little white girls from Sweden. Bless them. Like, oh, they don't know
but
about.
don't see them. They're not daft. Them girls there are the most well-known sugar babies in the world. Them girls there and Russians, they are not daft. They are not. They know what they want.
They are, but you see, the thing is, you can't blame a girl. You see how you're saying that you can't blame somebody for wanting a lavish lifestyle. But if somebody was to ask me, cause I'd be like, where am I getting $30,000 from?
What?
Where am I getting it from? I don't have £30,000 or dollars to just give something like that.
But PASHKA, you take out a loan. Be like, what? Why am I gonna take out a loan for you?
My credit that good.
I'd be taking a loan out for myself, if anything, and it's on me. But you see, the thing is, obviously they were very, very, very naive. If someone was to ask me for depends on, obviously they said they're so in love with that person or whatever it is.
Nah.
But it doesn't matter who it is or why or for what the reason.
That's a whole lot of money.
Dollars out of me, never.
Guys, can I just say, like, I gave a guy £800. There's a guy out there that
I
owes me.
remember that. You know what? I was going to bring that up. I was literally going to say. I remember that.
Maybe I'm a victim too.
I remember.
You know what? He didn't even show me no amazing lifestyle. Liked him. He called me up and he said his granddad's in hospital and he needed to fix his car, and he cried on the phone. Black guys don't cry like that. So I gave him 400, then another 400, and then when it was time to pay back, he eventually blocked me because I was onto him. I was like, bro, like, send me my money back.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
He ended up blocking me because he blocked me on WhatsApp and that. And then I went on to Instagram and I was like,
did he start getting scared? He started getting scared because he started blocking your stuff.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I need my money. It's like payday. Like, where is my piece? He said end of May. As soon as end of May hit, I was like, bruh, I need my money. And till this day, I didn't get my £800 back. So
okay, so you're literally in that situation, but not as much money. So how do you feel? Why were you so
willing?
Armed enough to be able to give him £800? I would never.
Why were you so willing?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I liked him, but I weren't in love. I'm not gonna lie, I weren't in love with him. I liked him. I had it like that. Those times, money went because he had 400. He took 400, and like a week later, he took another 400. That weren't a lot of money to me. It was just like, whatever, in it, I've got it. You need it,
for a guy to be asking me for money. We cannot be. You should not be the one asking me for money. Do you know what I mean? Like, why? Especially with let's go back to the Tinder Swindler. Like, why? I'm sure you're from a billionaire family, diamonds.
That was
okay. not only your dad, but I'm sure your dad's brother, your dad's uncle, your dad's sis. Why are you coming
But
to
I
me?
feel like
The fact that I said take
hey,
her alone.
agreeing with the other side, but you've done that. You literally give somebody money.
Have a billionaire father.
Forget about the billionaire
Yeah,
father.
but that's what I mean. He didn't. So if he had a billionaire father name, would you be like, oh my God, you go ask your daddy?
I'm asking little old me.
In it, exactly.
She still, Shanice, she still gives somebody 800. That's nearly a grand. Take
Nearly.
200 is a
I
grand.
know.
So if you,
I know, and I need to understand
need
why
help,
you done that.
Right,
no.
listen. When I met him, he wasn't like. I mean, we've been around some real money men. He wasn't like millionaire, but he had a nice car. Like he was all right in it, and he had a 9 to 5, but it was like he's from London, so you know they get a bit more money with their 9 to 5s. He had a good job and that, and I thought, you know what? On his payday at the end of the month, I know that it's not like he's a drug dealer or a fraudster who probably would have paid back. But I thought this is like steady income, so you're definitely gonna have that. But when the time came,
When
he got played.
£400, when he asked for the £400,
he got played.
Once the week passed, what made him ask for more? Like, what was the reason?
I can't even remember what the first £400. The worst part is I didn't even tell like any of my friends that were around me because I didn't want to embarrass him because like they all knew him. They because I met him. I met him through Liz was seeing someone and I met him through her. And it was just one of those, so like, I didn't want all his boys to know. Oh, best believe, when he didn't give me his money back, we linked up with his boys. I told them, they were like, right. I said, yep, he was bawling on the phone to me like a little bitch. Men can cry. But yeah, he was bawling on the phone to me like a little bitch. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to take the L. And
£800.
Guys, karma is real. I have scammed a lot of men in my life. A lot is a lot. I mean, it is a lot. I've used a lot of men for money. I'm not going to say scammed. I've used a lot.
His face.
I've used a lot of men for money, so sometimes it might as well hurt me now before it hits me when I'm a millionaire. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I seen a meme the other day that literally said, I don't know how and when, but I know I'm going to be a millionaire or rich someday. And that is so totally me. It's so, I don't know how and when, but I know I'm going to be rich. Like, there's no doubt about it.
I just think
he's commanding on it.
It's the energy you put out, honestly. The energy you put out, and if you strongly believe that, and if that is deeply what you want,
I've no doubt.
and it's not,
I learned from the best.
It's not even just that. It's falling. It's falling. For me, it's falling in love with the right person. That isn't just going to give you that, but it's going to give you more than that. Because totally, when there's other aspects of it that is more than the financial side, you tend to stay for it for longer. So,
do you not think? Because I want to say, I'm from Newcastle, and from a little town, Newcastle. So I was none the wiser. I moved to Birmingham. I lived there for a year. Then I moved to Manchester, and then we had my cousin was friends with Nay, and then we met Nay. At least you're the same. Well, Nay showed things that we weren't aware of, and then from then we were making money right.
PASHKA's always been aware of everything.
He's always trying to put shit on me, you know.
It was. Are you joking? I was telling you, South Shields. It was you, and now I'm addicted. I will never go back. Literally. Shanice, you know. Stop it. You're aware.
I'll take it for you. I'm not taking it for PASHKA. I found her the way I found her. Shanice,
oh my God.
She was in uni. I took you out of uni.
I know. Do you remember?
You're actually lying.
I'm like, come back to my
You're actually lying. That
I found you, man.
I never knew anything. I didn't even know that money was
you knew more than everything.
Sorry? What did Shanice, what did you actually just say? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I can't even say it on air. I can't. It'd be a bloop.
Yeah, but oh my god.
Fucking money
About taking
wise.
I
responsibility.
don't know why Pashka likes to act so innocent, you know.
Exactly. If you're talking about money wise, I might have done that.
That's what I'm saying.
Anything else?
No,
Okay.
No, that is what I'm talking about. Like being
Oh, right.
money, being around money men, like being
Boys.
being around guys because they've got money. That was the thing, and that's what you inflicted on me and Shanice.
No, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's all I was talking about. But the rest, it was me.
Wow.
But it's okay, because who wants to deal with a broke guy? We have just got completely left.
Nobody.
But see, that's why Tinder Swindler, we should understand, because these girls were just trying to hit a lick. And
that's what I mean, though. But that's why I'm just like, you're not totally a victim, because for me, like, have you realized the type of guys that they went for? They didn't went for the innocent guy that had an IT job.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You went for the flashing cars, flashing lights kind of person. Do you know what I mean? Because if this, even the first girl, and I get it, you are a victim, and I strongly believe that she's still a victim because of how many money she lost. But, however, as much as he targeted you, you targeted him.
Yeah.
Because you looked at him and said, okay, I want the flashing cars, I want the jets, I want the private lifestyle. You wanted that. But you just didn't know what you was getting. Unfortunately, all of that you wanted wasn't legit.
But that's why he is such a mastermind, because he knew what his whole plan was created. He knew that he was gonna steal from one girl to fund the life, so that he'll be able to steal from more females. So he's also like very, very smart. People are comparing him,
but apparently he's been like that since he was like in his teens. Like that's what he was doing since he was in his teens.
Right. So Kanye West doesn't like the fact that Northwest is on TikTok, and first of all, I don't think he cares. I think Kanye he's gonna go down in history to be the first rapper to be a bitter baby daddy. I've never seen like this behavior.
I've never.
Like, if you just want that,
as much as the scumbags, they're always good dads.
Yeah,
in the media.
No, but he's a bitter baby daddy. It's not even that he's a bad dad. He wants Kim back, and now he's just. But anyway, the whole conversation was gonna be about him not wanting North on TikTok. How do you, Pash, feel? Because you co-parent. How would you feel if your baby dad didn't want anything, and you do? Like, how? I don't even know how one would work with that.
You know what it is? It would depend on what it was. If it was social media like Kanye and Kim, I wouldn't put that on social media if that's what he requested. If it was something small as getting Kasha's haircut, or putting him into like karate, and he didn't want that, then I wouldn't do it. But I would do it if it was something as high as that, because that's something that he doesn't want, and he's saying that he's passionate about it. I generally wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go against his wishes, because me and him both have the same goals for our kids, the same for our child. So if that's something that he doesn't want, I literally respect what he's going to say. But if it's cutting Kasha's hair, I'll cut his hair. It'll grow back if he doesn't want it cut.
So like, how you put your kids on Facebook and stuff? If he woke up one day and was like, I don't like you posting our kids, you have to not post them. Oh, Northern. Right. So I wanted to ask you, Pash, how do you feel like with the Northwest and Kanye West situation of him not wanting her on TikTok? How would you feel if your baby father told you that like he doesn't want you to post the kids anymore on social media?
You see, if it was because social media is something that doesn't need to be it doesn't need to happen in life. So if he's asking something that if he's asking me to take Kasha or Amakai off social media, I will, because it's not a necessity. It's not something that needs to be had. and it's not important in life. But you see, like little things like if I was to get Kasha's haircut, or if I was to take him to a dancing class, or if Kasha wanted to do ballet, and Kasha, I would take him to ballet. If his dad said no, I would continue to take him. But with the whole social media thing, 100% understand where he's coming from, because he might not want his daughter on social media doing all that type of stuff.
See, I think he's doing it because he's not with Kim anymore. Because personally, I've seen her on social media when Kim K and him were together, and he did not say, "Oh, I don't want North on fucking social media." I do agree with Nate. I think he's been bitter.
Yeah.
And as much as I do not like the Kardashians as whatever they stand for, I think he's been a bitter person. And I think he's doing it. I don't know if he's doing it to hurt them or hurt her. I think even when he sees Kim, he sees them as a whole, as the Kardashians. Do you know what I mean? I always feel like he goes after them as a whole and never just her. What was you saying?
They come as a package. Like, so he obviously knows more. Like, that's the only thing I know, that he's just projecting, because he doesn't like the fact that she's got a new man, even though he's got a new girl, and all that. I can't stand the Kardashians. Like, absolutely.
Even if he's being bitter, because honestly, on a regular, baby daddies are bitter. But even if he is being bitter and he is saying, I don't want my daughter on social media, there's a reason behind it why he's saying that. But
yeah, I think so. But I think, why now? Why is it now that you are saying this? Because like I said before, North has been in social media before.
No, but this is her own TikTok. Like, she's actually like,
and he doesn't want it to happen. So when a dad is involved in a child's life, as much as the mother is involved in the child's life, you have to take the side of things. You can't just do it on your own. If you want to do it on your own, single parent, you want their input. You have to have their input.
It's
yes,
the part of co-parenting, isn't it?
Yeah, my big multiple times.
If your partner said that, like, stop posting, get rid of Adonis's page, even though he doesn't control it, like, I don't want my kid on socials, would you take him off?
Honestly, I would have the conversation, and if he says something that I'm like, okay, I get where you're coming from, honestly, I would. 100% would, because for me, it's like, even if you're with the parent or you're not with the parent, it's still down to creating that safe environment for your child. And I think both parents always know what's best for their kids.
Yeah.
But in that still the circumstance, in the situation of Kim K and Kanye, I still feel like it's out of bitterness for me. Like, I still don't feel like it's in the kindness of his kids.
It is out of bitterness. There was this, the situation between them two. North was wearing red lipstick, Kanye didn't wear red lipstick, but Kim let her go on TikTok with red lipstick. And for me, if my baby daddy said to me, "Don't put red lipstick on my daughter," I wouldn't do it, because red lipstick. Sorry,
but she wears crop tops and that,
and
coloured hair.
But when they were together, remember when she did that shoot where she had like the see-through crop top? He was together. He was
with black lipstick, and I think she had plaits and stuff like that, or whatever.
Honestly, they do get bitter. That is the thing from them. When you're with someone, you can be influenced by them. You can be influenced by, if I'm with me, I can be influenced by what she says or what she does. And then when we break up, I'm seeing things bigger. So when it comes to,
but I feel like it affects the child in the long run, because for me, like, do you really care about your kid, or are you doing this just to be a fucking dickhead? Do you know what I mean? Like, are you coming to me as a genuine parent, or are you coming to me because you want to be a freaking guy? Like, what is it? Do you know what I mean? And you have to remember that with Kanye as well. Lately, he's been so hot and cold. I think even the man them don't even know where they stand with Kanye.
He's been burning bridges with everyone, but I feel like he comes to social media. Well, I don't know, I'm not in his head, but I feel like he comes to social media because he knows the Kardashians are PR queens. They don't want to, like, they don't address things, even though
I agree.
did take North down. Like North doesn't have TikTok no more and that. But I feel like he does this thing, this huge thing on social media because he knows that they're not really gonna say nothing about it, and then they're just gonna be like quiet and keep themselves to themselves because the old PR queens and whatever. So it's like an easy time.
It's kind of
because I just think everything with them is so strategic. It's unreal. Do you know? Even when something bad happens, they put out a little statement. They're not real. They're not like, oh my god, please fuck off or whatever. Even Chloe with her little fuck mate. You go with your cheating man, Tristan. Let's not get into Tristan right now because I have a whole.
Why I don't understand what people that are a fan of them. I don't understand how can you be a fan of something that's no reason about it. Everything is planned and strategic. Strategic. And I just don't know, people that I'm a fan of, they're real. They even their media presence is
I am Kardashians, and the thing I am a fan of is their lifestyle. I like the way Chloe has an attitude. I like things about you don't have to like the things that they stand
for. Again, you like Chloe because Chloe thinks she's down. Chloe thinks she's like one of the sisters.
The things I like of Chloe is the things that she's showing. It might be fake, but that's what I enjoy watching of the show.
I liked Chloe before Chloe became this new Chloe. I like Chloe when Chloe was big and she was probably with Lamar and her and whatever. I liked her then. And I think that was the actual real Chloe. I think the Chloe now isn't the real Chloe. I didn't want to talk about the freaking Kardashians. I think we're giving them too much airtime.
They don't need airtime from all day. I don't like them because they culture appropriate. It ain't even my culture to appropriate, but I don't like that shit because they just want to be black. They want to be black. They don't really speak on black issues. They love black men, but the trend of the black man thing, that's slowly. Soon you'll see Chloe with a white man, and then
that changes everything.
About Kylie, but
guys, I know that about the Kardashians.
So what is that like?
So when I watch the show, I like their houses. I like the way that they eat food.
For me, I always think about the way they got all of this, and for me, they didn't get this being hardworking women. Yes, obviously, but for me, they still had privilege all over them. They are still so privileged that nobody can see it. These Kardashians would not be anywhere they are. We wouldn't know about the Kardashians. For one, people might say, oh, their dad was a famous lawyer. Yes, that's, for me, it's still privilege. And their dad was still had normal person, but freaking Paris Hilton and personal freaking
PASHKA, I don't like any of them.
SHANICE, do you?
Kylie Kendall.
I only can stand Courtney, and that's because I feel like Courtney is a real person out of all of them.
I can just about and the only reason why
I feel like she don't give a shit. And even watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she's the only one that people are like, oh, why is Courtney always? No, Courtney's being real. All these fake bitches around her, she always calls them out on it.
So SHANICE, so you guys know, so you have watched the show more than once then?
I know I've watched it. That's why that's one of the reasons why I have an opinion. Not only because I've watched their show, but because I've watched their show since they've even had that little shop where Chloe was still with freaking Lamar and they all lived with baby Black China's freaking ex called again.
Not Drew.
Rob. I watched it from the beginning when they had the clothes shop and they used to go in. I watched it from the beginning until the end. I have them on social media. I've seen it all. And for me, I've never ever felt like, oh my God, yeah, I like these girls.
Yeah, no. You lot know I'm very pro-black. You can't be pro-black and fuck with them. You just cannot. Absolutely not.
It's not even
them bitches
what they stand for.
Because I am very much pro-black. My whole family is black. I am a black person, but I do enjoy looking at their lifestyle. I enjoy the lifestyle
see that.
Yeah, but a lifestyle that they didn't earn with like hard work.
They have, but they still earned it. So you can see
You
say
know, the
something.
only one maybe that I could respect, but it's still, it was laid out for her. She was still given the platform.
And that's
That's really
fine.
fine.
If you're
Maybe
given
Kylie took that, whatever she's got,
if you
but
give
still she was
that,
given
like,
it.
it's
She
fine.
was still given
So,
it.
so what? So what if you're given the golden platter? So what if Mia's given the golden
That's
platter?
not my
But
problem.
I feel like people need to
But that's
stop
Shanice's
thinking
problem. So
about
that's
the
what I'm trying to
Kardashians.
say.
Okay, we're getting into a whole
That's what I'm
discussion
trying to
right
say.
now.
If they're given the golden platter, it doesn't matter. But also, you're saying that they're
Yeah,
pro-black.
but people need to stop worshipping. That's my thing. People need
No,
to
wait,
stop
I want
thinking.
to get into this because she says she's pro-black and she likes them, and I would really like to know how you can be pro-black and like someone who a family who just suck the life out of black culture and do
Culture.
nothing like.
That's not the fact that I do enjoy Chloe's personality. It's not that I like them. I like the style that
What about a personality?
not what they say or what they like, how they suck the life out of black people and the media and this, that, the other.
That should be though.
They just like to
Listen,
ride.
what about Chloe's personality? Could you pause after
just
what
like
even she's done with Jordan? Let me not even get into the Jordan situation there, God. Oh my God.
That's
Hold
what
me.
I'm thinking. Bitch, you tear down a black woman and you say you like a personality.
No.
Calling Jordan fat.
Nobody steal people's mind like the Kardashians.
Hold on,
and then they done that to my Jordan. I do not think so.
Fuck out of here.
you guys, I'm not saying I like her. I don't like Chloe's personality just because of that one situation. I like her personality as a whole. I like her personality because the things that she does, the things that she says, the person that she is, I generally like it. But I'm not saying I like the whole Kardashian family. I enjoy watching them, yes. I enjoy their lifestyle that they live, yes. But I'm not saying I like each and every one of them individually. Yeah, if they take the if they take things away from pro black people, if they take things away from people, then
If they do,
Can I say something,
they
PASHKA?
do,
Those girls are Armenian, the Kardashians, not the Jenners. They're Armenian. You watch them and you're pro-black and you don't mind whatever. What do you know about Armenian culture that you've seen from them?
nothing that I care about. I don't care about
Exactly.
What?
No, nothing at all.
Have you seen anything at all
I have seen
about
some.
them?
Apart when
Tell
they
me.
went to
Let
Armenia,
me
and that's
tell me
it.
some Armenian cultural
They
stuff.
They went to Armenia. They even if it was fake, I'm just telling you because I don't care if it was fake. They
Went to
well,
Armenia.
they went to
Done
Armenia.
the prayers.
Stood beside like a statue thing. They done some like massage things for Armenian. They went to Armenia basically, and they in the whole way.
And another thing, they make Armenian desserts, breads, or whatever.
One of you needs
or
to
like, can you tell me anything about like Armenian people, the way they dress, like anything?
Well,
like
people were dressed like that, but
no,
also you're asking me as if I care about what they showed about Armenian people and their culture. I don't care about that.
But that does say
Only
a lot, PASHKA.
Kardashians. So do you not follow any Kardashians?
No. What? Follow?
Do you follow any Kardashians?
I don't.
Okay, then you follow Kylie Jenner.
No. I probably do.
Exactly.
And I probably do. No,
what,
I probably do. Well,
if you
that's because
Kardashians
sometimes
so
I like to
much,
get the update. For me, I like to follow people just so I can just
but you
sit there
can't
and
say the same thing as what I am saying.
I think about them.
You don't have to like them, but you're following a Kardashian. So why are you following them if you have nothing to do with them? Because you like
to be honest, I like to have shit to talk about, and unfortunately, I like to follow them to have shit to talk about.
I like to have shit to talk about too. You can't say you against things against me.
But there's nothing about them that I like. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna follow them. I'm telling you, I follow them to be fast, so I can bitch about.
I want them to be fast though.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So you
I
can't
don't like them, but I follow them to be fast and bitch
follow
about
them. I don't like them. I don't like nothing.
It generally is not important whatsoever.
No.
You follow them. I like to watch a TV show.
If I want to watch,
I'm not gonna lie. That's what I said to you. I've watched every episode, and that's why I've determined the reason why. I'm not gonna say I don't like them for no reason. There is a reason why I do not like them.
Why is that?
I like to see, and I like to look at certain things to determine the reason why I don't like
hold
them.
on, because you two are trying to say things about me, and liking the Kardashians, not even liking them, watching the Kardashians, but yet you're seeing things. You follow them, Shanice, and you're seeing things right now that. Like,
well, everything I said to PASHKA, Chin, it applies to you too. Use a word. If I want to see,
ask, but I'm telling you, I'm being honest to say, I honestly, if I could not have an opinion on something if I didn't follow them. I'd be like, why would I have an opinion on it if I don't know what's going on with them? That's the only reason why I don't know what's going on with them. I can tell you what's going on with them.
Like I said, I follow the Shade Room and I can see what they're up to, and I don't like it. I'm not like blind to social media. You can't escape the Kardashians. I don't have to follow them to see, but I'm not giving them my
I think my child's crying.
Just to end, I just would like to say about the Kardashians, you don't have to actually follow the Kardashians to see good lifestyles. You can watch, if you want to see Black people living life, there's Married to Medicine. Those are some rich Black doctors.
Love Married to Medicine, girl.
Real Housewives.
Just end it. You don't have to love somebody or like somebody just to enjoy their lifestyle that they live.
No, but I'm just letting you know that there's a whole heap of things you could watch to be entertained, and it doesn't even have to be about Black people. Like, you don't have to be like me. I watch Real Housewives. They're rich. They'll show you a way better lifestyle than Kardashians. Like, I don't think that's an excuse if you say you're pro-Black, but apparently this is the end of the video.
You can't say somebody is not pro-Black because of the things that they support. You can't say that I am not a pro-Black person just because of the things that I enjoy to watch. Just because I enjoy to watch the Kardashians doing this, that, the other, going on holiday, going to their little crib wherever they got. You can't say I'm pro-Black.
In my opinion, you can't be pro-Black and for the Black people and watch a family who base their whole entire aesthetic, everything about them is about sucking from Black culture. It ain't even my culture to appropriate, and I'm mad about it.
But you can watch the Kardashians. I don't like you. You are a person who sees culture and Black people all the time. That's literally all the time. But it's just
in my opinion, with the whole situation. But don't forget that I'm raising a child that is mixed.
You're very educated on like Black culture, Black people, Black this, Black that. You're very educated on it. So if I was to watch the Kardashians, I'm not sitting there thinking, okay, this is not pro-Black, this is not pro-Black. I see some things. Obviously, I see things in everything. And I sit back and I think, okay, but it's not something that I'm sitting through the whole episode and thinking, that whole family, you've got to be educated more on pro-Black, but you can't say that I am not pro-Black.
But to use the term pro-Black, everything about you kind of needs to be pro-Black, in my opinion. If you're pro-life, you can't sometimes be pro-choice, but dabble in a little bit of pro-choice. Like, you have to be fully pro-life. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to use that term, if you can sometimes, and be entertained by something that goes against being pro-Black, then you can't call yourself pro-Black.
But also
in that sense, I can't see myself as
being pro-Black.
Exactly. I can say
he's half Black, half white. I feel like I have to understand both sides, and that's what I say to Patrick. Even though the Kardashians are white or whatever, I still think what they do is definitely culture freaking what's the term for it? Appropriate.
You see when Nate says to other people that you're not pro-Black is offensive if you are pro-Black.
But look, Chin, you're Black, you stand for the rights of Black people, you can support Black people, but you've just said you can't say you're pro-Black. I feel like more people need to have that type of awareness. You can care that about
Black. I can't.
You like beef about Black people.
In this situations where my partner is white and we're having debates and conversations about certain things, right? And I can't be then saying, we do debate and we do agree and we do disagree, but however, I have to think about this one. I have to teach him, same like how we say, okay, we've got to teach our Black kids to be cultural, to be this. I still have to teach him to understand both sides. I still have to, and I'm not putting down my Black side. He will forever have that Black culture about him, but in order to raise my child, I know he has to understand both sides, both culture.
You see where
that's not putting down my Black side.
okay, so pro-black and all for okay, if it's two different things, then okay, but there's yeah, okay, so if there's not one thing, like, you see, my children are black, I'm gonna stand for everything that they mean, everything. All my family is black, there's nothing I'm not going to stand for. I am black, there's nothing I'm not going to stand for. So it's well, it's not offensive, because, well, it's offensive if I think pro-black is everything black, then I'm all for it. But if you have to have two sides to it, I understand it a bit more. And also, you need to be more educated. So if you're saying to me pro-black, I'm like, I'm pro-black, don't come for me, because
I being open-minded,
educated onto what pro-black is. That makes sense.
That's why, like, Pashka, I try, even when it comes to buying things, I try to go to black corner shops. I try to buy everything black. Like,
that's not me. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly, this is what I'm saying. So when I say I'm pro-black, I am in this, like, I want
go to a black,
but like, I will rather I shop at shops that I know is expensive, that things that I could get from Pretty Little Thing or something way quicker, but I'll spend £60 on one dress just because it's black owned. Like, I try to live my life very pro-black. Actually, I could walk to my corner shop. There's a black guy that's opened a shop, you know, near Co-op. I go all the way there instead of going to Ali's, just because it's a black-owned corner shop, and I have one now in my area, so why not?
See, I think in that sense, I think I'm very open-minded to things. I think when it comes to everything, when it comes to food, when it comes to culture, for me, I don't just want to see the Caribbean, Africa. I want to see the Asian side. I want to go Indonesia. I want to see Japan.
I travel.
I'm very open-minded when it comes to learning about different culture. I don't want to shut any other culture.
You'd rather see black people win more than any race, and that's a lot of black.
Do you know why I can't think like you so much? Like, I've been to Asia, I've been to other countries. Apart from that, I'd rather go and see Africa first. But the reason why you can't think like that as a black person is because we're not on the same level as everyone else. When we get to that level, then I can be like, yeah, we can just chill, you know, we can do as we please. But right now, we are so behind on every aspect of life that I would rather get my people there, and then I'll worry about.
Yeah, but even, you know how you said that, Nate? I think sometimes it's hard to bring your people there if they just don't, if they're comfortable being where they are. I honestly,
we'll all try though.
I honestly think that I think, like, for me, like, you know, my mom, right? You know how they've got this shop, right? And the amount of people that is stab them in the back, and best believe it's their own people and the closest people to them. You know how my mom used to always drive this blue Honda, right? The blue Honda car. My mom's had this car since high school. My mom used to drop me to under 18s in this car, right? And you know how hardworking my mom is. My mom made money before the shop, you know, doing all these hours, the cleaning job and everything. And I said to Mum, you need to upgrade your car. And she's like, oh, no, I don't. My mum finally upgraded the car. You know what people said? Oh, Shireen, you're making money from the shop now. You're living your best life. My mum said, no, it's hard working money. And some of these people, they came to the shop once. And so when they see my mum bought this car, they didn't even bother. They didn't even check. Even the closest people that were to my mom don't even check how everything's going. And for me, like, I look at things like that and I'm thinking, how can you not want her to succeed? How can you not want her to see her thrive? This is a hardworking woman that's been in the gutters, you know.
That's guys, we're gonna have to continue next week.
The only thing I can do is be the black person that wants to see your mom succeed. Me seeing what your mom's going through, for example, and then deciding, you know what, fuck black people or whatever, we don't want to see our people win. That's not doing nothing. That's not beneficial. So the only thing you can, if you want change, you got to be the change that you want for yourself. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's how I see it. I'm not gonna.
I get where you're coming from, and I always say to her, at the end of the day, that's just a small percentage of people. It's not. I always say it's not the whole community.
Yeah.
small percentage. And
Okay.
like I said before, for me, I will forever let Donis know about his cultural side. I let this boy go to school in Kano's in a Jamaican Rastafarian hat for until the day I die. Do you know what I mean? But
Guys,
you
I've never-
also have to remember, I cannot erase the other side of him. He
Yeah,
is who he is, and it's two parts that makes one for him. And I have to, for me, being a parent of him being a mixed child, I have to let him embrace both cultures. You
we have to
know?
round
this is
it up
why
now.
I can't.
Let's round it up, please. Do it.
Yeah.
How do you round it
Well,
up?
if we're talking pro black, I can be here all day,
So
all
we
night talking
I
about
love
black.
a good debate.
about
Oh my
that.
god, we should still do a debate.
Know that.
No,
So
I'm actually wanting to know because when you said I'm not pro black, I generally feel offended. Shanice, do you not feel the same when she says you're not pro black? Is that not offensive?
Oh,
to
she
you?
didn't say I'm pro black. She said she understands that I
She
can't
said,
be pro
no,
black.
she said I am not pro black. That's what she said
Yeah,
to
but
me.
and then you asked me if don't I feel offended. She said she understands why I can't be pro
All right.
black.
Okay.
and
Which
But
I
that's it
get.
for everyone. But
can't be.
we're gonna
I
have to
can't be pro
add
black.
pro black. Why
I
don't we?
I go on my Instagram, look at the celebrities I'm following. There's not a single white celeb there. Tell you that. Not
When
one.
did this happening? When did you become so
I've
pro black?
always been like this.
Hey guys, honestly, we need to round this up because my baby's crying.
Yeah,
So
just because it's like 2 hours. It's almost 3 hours. Oh my god. Okay, let's round it up.
But yes, we're gonna be here all day, every day. If
we'll
we're gonna
continue it. We'll have to continue from where we left off onto the next one. I think.
be.
With the topic.
So thanks for listening. If you didn't get bored, of course you won't get bored. Conversations hella entertaining. And I'm heated, but we've got to go now. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. A friend, tell a friend, tell your mum. Black, white, everyone.
Yeah.
I just want to see what people win. Bye.
Bye. Right, bye guys. I'm going. Bye.
Right, see ya.